Hi folks, this is the Forever Friday show. Friday forever. I have a guest today. Somebody completely new to you. Yep. So we are going to talk about crying wolf. Ooh, yeah. People that cry wolf. But we'll get to that. So let me introduce Freddie Butler. Hi, Freddie.
Hi, Friday. Glad to be here. Thanks for having me this morning. How you doing today?
I'm doing fine.
Okay, that's wonderful.
We're talking about crying wolf. Do you know anything like that in your life?
Crying wolf. Wow.
Has anybody ever done that to you? Like
yes.
Job or
yes,
anything?
definitely. I just went through that this morning, actually.
What?
That you say that.
Are you kidding with me?
It's shocking just to realize because I didn't understand what a crying wolf was. Yeah, so this morning I got up, went to one of my clients today, as I do every day in the morning, and she telling me all this stuff, what the people do to her, how they do it to her. They stole her food.
Bad?
Like they stole her food.
Oh,
They steal her money, and
not good.
I come check on them later on. The same people that did that, she had them in the room.
Why? She's telling you
She telling me that,
all of this,
yeah,
and then, but yet, she has them in
in the room.
a place.
After they do all these things to her, they have her in the room later on that same day.
But hold on, is this person elderly?
They're elderly.
Oh,
But they're in their
maybe
right
she-
mind. They were in their right mind. They're in their right mind.
Does she get something out of the deal?
Maybe
Something?
so. It got to be, because average person settle for less.
If you harm me, I'm not going to let you back in.
Of course.
I mean,
There's something else going on with that picture.
right.
So that was
This morning that happened.
shocking this morning that you say crying wolf. 'Cause I understand what crying wolf was.
Because she tells you
All these things,
and then turns around and has,
the same people,
and then she'll keep crying wolf to you and saying the same thing.
every day. So
So how do you feel about that?
I get upset about it. Sometimes I want to say something to the people or the guy, whatever. You know what I'm saying? They call themselves. But I feel like in a relationship, boyfriend or girlfriend, sister, cousin, or sibling, anything like that, I was learning to just stay out of that kind of stuff. Because somebody beats somebody up or do something like that, they're going to go back and be with the same person. So,
It usually happens.
yeah, so I kind of like, don't stay out of it. Don't put myself into trouble for nothing. I'd be pissed.
When I was younger, just because you said that, that's true. I had a boyfriend that I was with, you're right, and I would be abused, and I would tell
Sorry to hear
people and friends, but yet, I would go back because I was afraid. So I would go back. Yeah, I would.
that. You was afraid of him do something
I
to you?
was afraid.
Okay.
I would always go back to the abuser, whomever it might have been, because of the psychological impact of words that they said.
Wow, that's deep.
When I go, I will find you, or I will sit in the mountains and pick off your family members, or just stuff. They would say just stuff.
So how long you had to deal with that before you kind of woke up? Or did you ever wake up?
I married that.
Okay.
Had a baby by that. One of those before yeah. I always think the new wife, what types of things that she had to go through or is, or I don't know. They seem like a happy little family. So I'm like, I don't know.
So that was a crying wolf to you, yourself, being in that position?
No, well, no, you said the people that,
Oh, love somebody, runs back to that person after somebody interfered with their relationship that loves you and try to save you. You run back. Yeah, it happens every day in the town,
exactly.
in the whole world, not just
And
in the city.
I figured it out. It makes me feel bad
Yeah,
to look back,
to look
what
back.
you just said. Yeah, I didn't know any better. I mean, I didn't know how to, I didn't feel safe.
Yeah,
But I felt bad for the people that I told because they wanted to help me.
but you was too naive to understand what was going on.
But I remember the stuff they told me to help myself if I was to that point in time to get out.
Yes, indeed.
And then I had to make that call and take my kid and run. I mean,
So you finally figured it out.
it was the hardest
Hard
thing
to
I've
say.
ever had to do. I mean, wow. It was so hard. Because you don't have anyone helping you.
Yeah.
It's you and your kid, and you're running, and you're going to a battered woman shelter, and all these new things, and you're not sure of your life. You're so not sure of your life.
You had to be strong.
Oh my gosh.
You had to be strong
Strong, yeah. Strong.
for you to make that first step. You had
Oh
to
my gosh. You're right.
be. You were strong
The
to
first
make that first
step was on the phone whispering to a man on the 1-800 number of domestic violence or whatever, and him telling you, call me back, or I'm like, I gotta go, he's coming right now. And my heart's pumping, and I hang up.
Wow.
And a few days pass. I'm thinking, he knows who I was talking to.
Did he really know?
No,
Okay,
but
all
I'm
in
thinking
one
that, right?
Okay.
Because you're so freaked out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a high stress situation. It's a death, live or die type of situation. I don't know what to say.
I'm glad you was able to take that first step and you be here today.
And when
as
you're
me as
young,
this.
it's even worse because
You really don't know.
you don't.
Maturity, knowledge, spirits. You don't have none of that.
But I had God.
God.
I don't know. It was my belongings, Actually, there was this girl. My apartment was here. This girl was here. I kind of made friends with her, but my husband's best friend was dating her.
Okay.
I'm like,
Sounds
I didn't really
normal.
know, but I found out later. I told her, I made the mistake of telling her that I wanted to, what my plan was, but I wanted to know if I could take some stuff of mine and put it to her house, and her promise, please, 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 not to tell my husband so I could come back and get my stuff.
Okay.
It never happened because she opened her mouth. I mean, to her her boyfriend, which was his best friend, and she told him, I don't know. He took all my stuff. All my stuff was gone. I had no stuff anymore. I mean, yeah, your stuff is stuff.
Mm.
But it takes, I mean, some stuff is stuff you carry with you.
Memory.
Baby stuff. I had a baby. That was our son. I mean, maybe my birth certificate. I mean, stuff.
Okay.
I had stuff. Not your stuff as the husband or anyone, my stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And relationships. We're not talking about relationships. We're talking
Crying
about
wolf.
crying wolf. But yeah.
You went through a lot, and I'm very glad you took that first step. Because if you wouldn't took that first step, let alone the second step, you wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't be here talking with you today. So,
there's a lot.
give you a clap on that one.
Hoorah! Thank
Making
you.
that first step for crying wolf. And, you know, I thought about other things now that we're talking about that. There's a lot of crying wolf going on in the cities, not just this city, all the city around the world.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean?
Mostly people, I ain't gonna say in poverty, but let's just be honest. I'm just gonna talk about the black culture. Some women, some guys feel they're interacting in certain kind of crowds and try to be a certain kind of person, maybe which they're not. Say somebody did something to them, or they did this, or they did this, as far as saying somebody snitched on somebody, saying somebody stole something, saying somebody hit them, and in our community, people come back and killing each other. So it's like Black Lives Matter, but do Black Lives really matter when the people killing somebody?
It's
for
the
some
black
kind of crime.
killing black, you're saying?
Yeah, black killing black over crying wolf.
To me, that's gossip.
Gossip. That's gossip.
Crying wolf is gossip.
Yeah. So
And then,
I realize a lot of that goes on in the city. Somebody say they did something to their cousin,
and they didn't do it.
and they didn't do it. They probably want to be together. You know.
Like, give me an example.
Okay. For example, my cousin dating this girl. He don't want to be with her no more. They've been together 2 years. He want to slide on. He want to start a new life. He's the provider in the family. She say he's not going nowhere. Try to make a tussle, like, leave me alone. Whoa. She started breaking things, and he had to push her out. Push her to get away and get out the door. Here come her family. What happened? Oh, this dude is so off the hook. He did all this stuff. He broke all this stuff and pushed me down and made me fall down and stuff like that. Well, that ain't the case.
It's true.
And now their family like, oh man, that dude tripping. Sometimes they call the police over crying wolf. Sometimes they family be a little more in the street and probably go look up for him for crying wolf. And that comes back to when somebody's crying wolf and you see what's going on, it's best to stay out of it. Does that make sense?
Do they have kids?
Probably have kids. So crying wolf is it goes on a lot in America.
And they're going to get back together.
Probably not, probably do. But the moral of the story is you got these people looking for this person, or you called the police on this person, and he didn't do it. He didn't do anything.
Right.
Yeah.
That's true.
And that goes on a lot. It goes on in workplaces too as well.
Really?
I mean, people lie on you or say some try to get that
Work?
promotion up or try to get you out of there because you're doing a good job. And, there's a lot of crime work going on in the world that I realize. I didn't think about it at first too much.
The company that you're with, though, needs to have morals and values
Yes, yes.
And knowledge, they already know that people, I mean, you think they already know that
They know.
people do this,
They know.
even in politics,
They know.
actually.
Crying wolf from politics. So that was a good one. I understand the crying wolf at first, but there's a lot of crying wolf going out here today.
Do that.
Yeah, but it's a lot of crying wolf.
Politics. Oh my God. Everything. Crying wolf. I never even thought of that before. Gossip and crying wolf. I should have looked that up last night.
It's all the same thing.
They both hurt.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Or what you call it? Feel sorry for me. I don't care about nothing, man. Ain't nobody gonna give me nothing. They've been having,
Or like your problem that happened today.
Yes.
Feel
Yeah.
sorry for me.
Yeah.
They stole my food. They stole my money.
I'm supposed to go pay their phone bill. Want me to pay the phone bill. I cannot keep paying the phone bill. And you letting people keep stealing your money. Come on now. And then you get mad at me. Don't get mad at me. Get mad at the people who you keep letting in your house.
You do that to help your clients out?
No, because at first they used to give me the money on a monthly basis.
Mm.
And sometime I pay it, then they'll give me the $25, only $25 for their phone. And they give it to me later on,
Right?
So, I feel like I work for her, to give me a little leniency, go home a little early, so just go home, relax, and stuff like that. Out of the kindness of my heart, If I know the phone off, I haven't paid the phone, you gonna pay me on Friday? Okay, I got you. Things like that. But, when
You
it
said
gets,
Friday, so I'm like,
yes, Friday's a different name than I heard. It's a nice name to hear Friday. It's a nice to hear Friday.
me. Oh, Friday. Payday.
Payday. It's
Payday.
Friday. Don't get my groove on.
Wow.
Yeah.
What else can we speak on about that, actually? We got
Oh,
plenty of
crying wolf. I mean, crying wolf goes on every day in America, man. And it's just sad. Like you said, it's even in politics.
It's sad that we were little kids and then we grew up and now we're not in that school ground, but we are, because all of this is a school ground for adult bullies
For
and
drama.
kids.
Drama.
Uh-huh.
That's what it is, drama.
Uh-huh. Oh, I can't play well, they do play hardball outside.
Mm.
Like we play as kids, we play on the grounds, tetherball or
Mm-hmm.
whatever the game is. Game. Now we're out here on adult level ground and we playing the game.
Playing the game.
Everything's the game.
Everything's a game. Crying wolf. I mean, that's really deep, man.
To get ahead.
To get ahead. That's a good one.
To get ahead in life.
That's
You
a
gotta
good
throw them under the bus.
That's a good
No,
one.
I was never brought up that way. I was never brought up that way.
one. Yeah.
I wasn't brought. I'm from.
Where you from?
We don't get like you guys out here get movies. We don't get those movies. Idaho, Boise, Idaho.
Okay.
We don't get those movies until like a couple years later.
Is that right?
And it's a big thing because we get to see this movie and you guys have already seen it like a couple years before. Like I already saw that. How could you see that? It just came out. No. We already saw that like a long time ago. Okay. Yeah, we used to be so not backwards, behind in a lot of things.
Okay.
It's just off the grid.
So since you moved to California, haven't been moving a little more faster for you? Have things been moving faster? People
It's
act
up
different.
your behind faster. I couldn't even walk down the street without somebody like breathing down my back. Oh, what are you doing?
Well, they say here
Fast.
San Francisco is the fastest city. It's like a New York.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
And they got a lot of crime out here, people begging for change. And
I've never been around that before in my life. OMG. A black woman held the bus hostage because of me. I'm not kidding you. I was going to the mall to meet my daughter, and I had come up from Montgomery. I was coming back this way on Market, and I had got on the bus somewhere. I had just said, well, you could have said, excuse me. I mean, I just popped things off out of my mouth.
it's understandable.
And she would, I don't know, she got off the bus and she put her foot there. And she was like standing, you know the steps to go down?
Mm-hmm.
She was standing. She saw me trying to get out. I'm like, excuse me, please move. And the bus driver was black, and I'm hoping that she would be taking care of the situation. And there's a lot of people on the bus, lots of people on the bus. And I don't even know what I did. But she's all, I'm not letting this white piece of trash bleep, bleep, bleep. And the whole bus, we sat there for at least 3-4 minutes.
Wow.
The bus driver still didn't say anything.
Did they call the police, maybe?
I think she was starting to. Then people were like, I said, sorry, I don't know what I did, but sorry, please forgive me. And this black guy with his girl, he's all, man, just give it up, let us go, we got places to be.
That's how it is.
And then they all started like, open this door back here. And people were starting to get pissed at her.
Yes, everybody got to go to work.
Yeah.
Appointment.
But she was, right, it had, right.
Had nothing to do with you, probably.
But time out. This is what happened. She opened the back. People were running off the back door, and I was starting to go that way, but actually, she busted out. Like the bus driver started talking to her, and she busted down crying. You don't know what's going on in life. My son died. I lost my son today. And she just went off. And
yeah, nothing to do with you.
I was so hurt inside. I could have been nicer.
Okay.
And I could not have made a remark out of my mouth. Like, you could have said, thank you.
Pretty much crying for help. Crying for a hug, but don't know how to.
And and then when I got off the bus, I crossed the street to the front of the mall, and this this person that has mental problems, homeless.
Mm-hmm.
I saw in front of the door, she was like, rah, 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 but going over here. So I walked over here, around. She went right for me, fast and furious, this woman. And I was like going away, and she was going toward me. And I was like, anytime I went, she would go. She hit me so hard.
Wow.
And I was like,
devastating.
Tweet, 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 tweet. I was like, so, it was the rottenest day ever. Well, one of them. Yeah. And I went inside, and when I went to my daughter, Yeah, I fell on her arms and I started crying my eyes out.
I'm sorry to hear
I
that.
had a bad day.
Yeah.
People around me made me have this bad day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. What
So
did you
did
say to bring that on? I don't even know.
I mean, how people, I guess how people in the city is in the city, just the fastest city to live in. We're in the Bay Area. We got Oakland, next right there across the water. We got San Francisco.
It's not any place
You
that
know,
I've ever seen in
got
my
San
life.
Jose, but this in Oakland is the craziest places to live. But I think this is a little more faster than Oakland because there's more people.
It's
And they
so
allow
fast.
the people to do a lot of hilarious things, and the police don't trip on it, Because I come up in Berkeley,
They're conditioned.
Yeah, you walk down the
for
street
it.
with an open can, they'll jack you, pee out there, police stop you. You get away with murder out here. You can drink, you can pee, you can smoke crack, you can smoke anything out here in the city, and the police just, it's just crazy. So for Crying Wolf to be out here in the city, there got to be adults with drama, adults that hurt, like the lady that was hurt right there, hurt. Her son died, she hurt, she don't know how to deal with it. So I think that's a lot of Crying Wolves, being an adult in a city like this, that you might want some attention, you hurt, you in love, or poor me, or you just miserable.
Wow. It's heavy.
It's heavy.
It's sad.
It's sad.
It's sad that the adult playground, we're adults and we don't know how to communicate.
Yeah.
We were taught, I'm thinking, that people was taught how to communicate. But I know how to communicate. Too much.
Yeah.
We have to wind the show down, but I want you to be mindful of, and I want you to say to the world some good stuff. And I'm going to put you, not me, hi. Not 4, 3, right here, baby.
Okay.
Freddie is going to speak to you about life. I don't even know.
Well, life can be...
what you want.
Well, I mean, life can be up and down, everybody goes through something. The best thing to do is not let whatever you're going through not let everything you go through, try to keep it inside unless you want to talk to somebody. But don't never let your feelings go to somebody else or act different or be upset with somebody else because you're going through something. Because I think that's called self-destruction. And self-destruction can kill you. It can have you killed. It can do a lot of things. So my theory is never let what you're going through put it off on somebody else. And I just hope things can get better with the Crying Wolf, because there's a lot of Crying Wolf going on out here, many families, many clients, many patrons, and I really didn't realize what a Crying Wolf is. The Crying Wolf is also in the politics, as you said, this Friday. And I didn't realize the Crying Wolf is a big thing to have to deal with in this world. They should have a thing about Crying Wolf more often. Thank you for having me today.
Thank you, Freddie. Okay, everybody. I always say, kisses and hugs and loves. Hey, do something nice for somebody. Do something nice for somebody. And yes, don't cry wolf. Don't make lies. That hurts other people a lot. Really, really bad. You have a blessed day. Come back. Oh yeah. Hit subscribe. And like. You've got to. Please. You've got to support your fellow members. That would be me. Okay. Ciao.